In the Mojave Wasteland, power doesn't always come from lasers, steel armor, or old world technology. Sometimes it comes from a stolen stick of dynamite and a whole lot of bad ideas. This is the story of the Powder Gangers, the NCR's big mistake. Before they were outlaws, before they were thugs with explosives in orange jumpsuits, the Powder Gangers were far less glamorous. They were convicts. The new California Republic, the NCR, were already stretched thin in the Mojave Wastelands, needing labour for railroads, infrastructure. Rather than wasting their soldiers, they did what any overconfident government would do. They handed explosives to prisoners.
Walking in here like you're one of us? Don't you know this is Powder Ganger territory?
These inmates were assigned to work on the Mojave's railroads, overseen by a small group of NCR enforcers that were going to be based in the NCR Correction Facility.
This is, or was, the Big House. New California Republic Correctional Facility. Not much correcting went on here. One day, us prisoners decided to liberate ourselves.
The plan was simple. Work off your sentence, follow orders, and don't blow anything up unless you're scheduled to do so. The flaw. They underestimated how badly these prisoners hated being prisoners and their deep love for dynamite. One day the guards got careless, the prisoners got bold, and the dynamite, well, it got redistributed. Over a period of time, the Powder Gangers would stack up and hide resources of dynamite until they were ready. In a single, violent uprising, the convicts overwhelmed the NCR guards. They seized control of the correctional facility and declared themselves free men. And what were these free men? They were people with stolen guns, crates of explosives, and absolutely no plan for the future. For us, the Powder Gangers were born. They didn't have any ideologies, they had no discipline, and for some reason, don't have matching shoes. But they had dynamite, and in the Mojave, that goes a long way. The Powder Gangers spread quickly across the region, occupying abandoned vaults, ambushing caravans, and trying to shake down the town of Goodspring. Their leadership was shaky at best. Men like Eddie, a self-stylized boss for the correctional facility, tried to impose order, but the gang was far less of an army, but more of a bar fight that just never ended. Every Powder Ganger believed in more caps. They should be in charge. And explosive solves all problems. Internal disputes would be settled through fistfights, knives, or often or not, more high explosives. Their reputation grew fast for it being brutal, unpredictable, and them being more dangerous than intelligent. But the Powder Gangers had one issue. Everyone in the Mojave hated them. With enemies on all sides, the NCR, humiliated by the uprising, marked the Powder Gangers for elimination. Bounties were posted, patrols were intensified, local settlers wanted revenge, caravans wanted safety, and mercenaries wanted caps. Even other raiders looked down on them. Why? It's because the Powder Gangers weren't survivors, they weren't visionaries, they were leftovers, men who replaced a prison wall for the open desert and thought they were classed as free men. And when yourself, the courier, Jack, entered into the fray, that's when everything truly fell apart. So we enter into Goodspring. With a skip in our step after seeing the dock, we notice there's a little trouble going on in Prospector Saloon. A man named Joe Cobb, a member of the Powder Gangers, is looking for a caravan trader named Ringo. With his reputation, Joe and his gang, Ringo has gone into hiding. And now we have two options. To either help Ringo and protect the good town of Goodspring, or join Joe and eliminate everyone. Shoot first, think later. So we weigh out our options and we decide Ringo is better off staying safe. So we kill Joe Cobb and his gang, and now we have the knowledge to be able to find the correctional facility. As you enter the gate of the prison, there is a man guarding it named Dwars. Don't know if I pronounced that right. And everything we know about the Powder Gangers comes clear. Anyone can enter, any traveller can enter, from just a small little bribe of 100 caps. 100 caps was all it needed for me to enter this facility. So once we are now in the fortress, we can see that the Powder Gangers are there and this is their main settlement. We enter into their main hub where we find the leader, Eddie. To earn his respect, he's asked us to take on a challenge. We have to take out Chavez, who has taken things into his own hands. So to try and relinquish power, it is our job to grab a few sticks of dynamite and blow them all up. And my god, this stuff is fun. I found out that I needed to just constantly throw dynamite just so I could stay under my carry capacity. Eddie was happy. He gave us a second task to investigate a caravan merchant who seemed a little shady. Lo and behold, with the NCR on Eddie's back, he was right to be worried about this caravan merchant. In fact, it wasn't a merchant at all. It was a group of bounty hunters who were trying to eliminate a few of them for a few caps. Me being a fence sitter I am, I politely ask him to leave and lie straight to Eddie's face. Last quest from Eddie is to investigate Prim. He's asked us if there's any inside scoop on a potential attack happening from the NCR towards the correctional facility. A few caps later from Johnson Nash, and then we realise that the NCR are planning an attack tonight. So we have two options. We either tell Eddie what is happening with the NCR, or we join the NCR and eliminate the powder gangers for good. I tell Eddie, as I really don't like the NCR, but that's in a different video.
What?
Eddie thanks us and rewards us with 100 caps, and in his cute way tells us to leave and take a few out on the way.
There's no reason for you to stick around and help us, but feel free to kill a few of the bastards on your way out.
Maybe this is not all bad. As the NCR are the people who are creating the laws, maybe Eddie was just trying to serve his time and then realised he was being taken for granted. You could ask, the powder gangers represent one of Fallout New Vegas's most important themes. Power without purpose destroys itself. They weren't evil masterminds. They weren't freedom fighters. They were failed men by the system, and then were given tools to fail louder. In the end, all that remains of the powder gangers is scattered dynamite, shallow graves, and a cautionary tale written in scorch marks on the Mojave. In the wasteland, everyone's trying to build something. The powder gangers, they only knew how to blow it up.